Hello Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Here to do a general overview for autumn 2022 for you. Hope you all are doing well. Happy solar return to Sagittarius Suns. This is also your season. Going to be looking at your overall energy, home, family, work, your material world, as well as your emotional life, whether you are single or coupled. This is the Cartomancy spread, old tried and true spread. And I'm going to clarify with the tarot. And I'm going to as well pull a Wild Offering Oracle card to hopefully tie together messages and give you a message of inspiration for this season for you. I'm always searching for information that will help you in your path for your highest good. And so hopefully you can find some clarity, confirmation, forewarning, or encouragement. Keep in mind this is a general reading as well. There's some specifics that could come up. And also keep in mind that there are predictive energies. So it could be something in here that comes up and you don't see it coming, but maybe you want to check back in the season and see, maybe surprised how things do come together with these. So let's begin with your overall energy, Sagittarius. We have this King of Hearts, King of Cups energy with the Five of Hearts, Five of Cups energy. Some of you could be feeling emotional. Emotional in the sense of, looks like we already have a clarifier. Yeah. Emotional. Some of you might feel like you're in a situation where you're in a relationship with someone and you may love them, but you may see that it's not going anywhere. There's, for some of you, there could be something here where it's hard for you to get over some past mistakes or regrets. There could have been something that you've done in the past or something that someone else did in the past, and there's like a lingering energy. Something's lingering over with your emotions. Some of you, it could have to do with a water sign. Some of you could have to do with a father figure. There could be some things that are coming up in your life where you are looking back on a connection that has affected you and how you relate to other people within your relationships. So you might be, you might be wearing your heart on your sleeve this season. It might be very difficult for you to hide when you are offended or when you are hurt or upset. This could also be a season of a lot of truths and things that come out. But the thing is with the Three of Swords, if this is in your energy, it's a time for you to heal. It's a time for you to feel. It's not a time for you to push away your feelings. They're just might be some truths that you realize in this season that you do need to, and some feelings that you need to address, some truths and some feelings that need to be addressed. And this just may be that season, and it might be a little bit rough sometimes. You might shed tears more than you usually would, or just something overcomes you, but there's something here where it's like a cleansing. So I feel like this is an energy of you coming forth with wanting to move on in spite of regrets. Could be within a relationship. Again, coming to grips with your faults or the faults of another. Now, some of you, this is an indication of like I feel following your heart could hurt other people. So if you're feeling like a relationship is not working for you anymore, you just may move on. It might be painful, but it might feel like it's necessary. Some of you, you might feel like you need to protect your heart, or just like there's some open wounds still that you still need to address and that you still need to deal with people in your life, or just coming to grips with past regrets. So that's the general energy I get from you. And I'm strongly feeling that following your heart could hurt other people in your life that you love, and it's like you don't mean to hurt them, but it's something that maybe you feel like you needed to do for yourself, but then there's like immediate regret or pain afterwards. So maybe think about the actions you're going to take, especially if like some of you need to maybe ask yourself if something that you want to do for yourself think about the people around you that love you. Would you taking that action hurt them? And could you deal with that pain? And could you deal with that? So some of you, that's just an energy that I get. And for some of you, I feel like it's a season of where like you love someone, you love each other, and you may be trying to break up, but it just might be very difficult too. It might be a long process, like a long breakup process. But for others of you, it's a season where something's coming up to give you a chance to heal it. You feel it to heal it, and you don't push it aside. You embrace those feelings. And when you're upset about something, I feel like you will be very expressive of that. Some of you too might be feel betrayed by a friend. Unfortunately, I just feel that coming up, or there's something that you do that betrays a friendship. So that's in your overall energy. A season where, you know, truth hurts, and you might be that one that's delivering that truth, or that truth is being delivered to you. Moving on into your home, family, we have this Jack of Spades, Page, Knight of Sword energy with the Seven of Hearts, Seven of Cups energy. So I feel like for many of you, this is exploring some options, having some thoughts about options. There could be as well two mixed emotions, having to deal with family. Someone else had this, like this mixed emotions type of energy with your family. Kind of, I feel like really many of you will be discerning that, realizing too, just because you're blood related doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, everyone in your family has your best interests at heart. So you could be really seeing the differences in different personalities within and around your family. Others of you, this is you searching and looking and observing, researching other places or your options as it comes to your living situation. You might feel like it's time for you to change, but it's more so a thought and a feeling more than an action right now. Some of you might find the truth about something that is somewhat of an illusion around your family. This might be a time where you feel like you want to get to the bottom of something that might be illusionary, or just something else, even around like your neighborhood or the city or the place that you live. I feel for some of you, there's like some of you live in a very diverse environment, and you could be really seeing that, or your neighborhood is diversifying around you, like the people who are moving in and moving out and moving in, like it's changing, or something about it is diversifying, or you in particular are looking for a more diverse space to dwell. I feel like Sagittarius, you have like a truth serum this season. You know, anyone trying to like paint a picture for you or a fantasy or tell you something's not what it is, I feel like you'll see through it. You might not just see through it, but you also will kind of maybe speak it like no, I don't see it that way, or no, it's not actually like you're telling me. Like I really kind of get that. So anyone trying to pull the wool over your eyes, I feel like you'll be seeing through that. Okay, got this pill here. Page of Wands here, clarifying. So yeah, I feel for some of you it's like you're realizing changes around your neighborhood. Something feels new about it, but also in your communication, you may be very forward and direct, and you usually are in most cases. But I feel like for some of you, even with personalities around your family that you would maybe usually keep quiet with, you might be a bit more forward about it. Like I feel too, exerting your individuality or even your independence away from family structures, molds, or expectations of you. I feel like some of you are looking at different ways to kind of fantasizing of, you know, what it is you maybe want for your family, based on what you've come from, those things that, like the good things, taking those good qualities from your upbringing and holding on to them, but also seeing how there maybe has been some negative things or things that were not ideal that you would like to change for your own family. So some of you too could be exploring options. I'm also feeling for some of you, you are exploring adoption. Some of you might get the news that you may not be able to carry child or have a natural pregnancy. That's just for some of you, and that just came up here. Some of you could experience a loss, but it's just kind of facing a reality of moving on, and regardless of that pain. And so some of you, that could be tied to something with your overall energy as it comes to, yeah. So some of you might feel a little extra emotional about something having to do with that. I'm also picking up, this is very specific for a Sagittarius who may be in a custody battle for a child, especially if it's a female child. Actually, the male and female child energy showing up here. So it could be either or. You could be going through a custody battle. You could be exploring your options in regards to child custody with co-parenting situation. Like something with the relationship's not working out with the person that you were with, that might just be causing you to be a bit more emotional this season, and especially having to do with, like, if there's a child involved. Okay, this is for some of you. It's just an energy. So let's move on to your career, professional life. We have this King of Wands, Magician energy, King of Wands energy with this Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, and this just flew out, and I feel like I have, the way it jumped out, I feel like I have to take it for this. Eight of Wands energy, Magician, King of Wands, and then clarifying here is the Nine of Swords. I feel like for some of you, there's something that you're trying to manifest within your career that is there's something here that you're very dedicated to. You might, as far as something, a position that you want to manifest, it might be something that keeps you up at night, or some of you might so it could be something here where you want to, be your own boss and start your own business. There could be some changes, but I also feel like for some of you, you will manifest the position very quickly. But there's anxiety too about maybe how fast you do get a position. Some of you might manifest a leadership position, but then with that leadership position comes a lot of stress and anxiety. So how you deal, how you handle that will be up to you here. Some of you might be asked to travel. It might be something that gives you a little bit of anxiety. There's something too about your business that picks up and takes off maybe quicker than you were prepared to. And so there's something here where you'll be burning the midnight oil and having a lot of stress and anxiety about it. I feel like you'll get over it quickly. And also kind of looking here, it looks like it will be worth it. So something picks up steam. It's almost an energy of like, be careful what you ask for because you will get it. And Jupiter's your ruling planet, so you do have that manifestation power as far as what it is that you want to see in your career and what it is that you want to be doing. So I feel like there's a position that's going to come to you kind of quickly, and not that you maybe have doubted yourself, but it's something that's like, oh, it's here. I'm walking in it now. Like I'm now. So things may pick up in your career. Just might pick up in pace and a fast pace. It's a very fiery, quick moving energy, and you could thrive in that, but it also could be something that you take home with you. Like it'll be hard to leave your work at home. Like it may be something where your career seems to take over your life, and like even when you're not at the office or you're not working, it's something that is like, it's in your mind. There could be something, as a position here, you've always, like, you really wanted it, you maintain it, you get it, comes in quicker than you expected to, but then it also brings a little anxiety. So you might have to work on your work-life balance in this season, Sagittarius, especially for those of you where business is going to pick up or you gain a leadership role that maybe you felt like you wanted it, but it comes a little bit premature, or it comes at the same time as other things in your life are going on in your personal life. So try, it'll be hard to separate the two, is what I'm saying, as far as what I see with the energy. And some of you may just really become obsessed with a business idea, something else you want to manifest, where you are your own boss. It might as well affect like your day job and you being completely present there. You just might have more, especially if you're trying to do it kind of simultaneously. Like keep your day job but also start something new. So I just see a little stress and anxiety there. But looking into your sense of security, with this 10 of Wands, 10 of Clubs, and 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Diamonds, Hermit energy, I do feel like this is an indication that whatever comes your way, you will be able to handle it. And there's also a sense of like hard work paying off. Definitely hard work paying off. And I'm seeing for some of you, I'm picking up a lot of maybe Sagittarius who are coming to the end of their studies, about to manifest, like that they're get into the career that they want, and that might be a lot of stress. Or you're doing school, and so something's like you're doing maybe a lot of things, and this, some of you may feel like you have a lot of burdens, but this 9 of Diamonds is telling me that you will acquire whatever it is that you're desiring to handle your responsibilities. Like you got it. Yeah. So some of you might get to a space where you feel a bit more independent. And especially for those of you who might be experiencing a breakup of a partnership, handling everything on your own, no longer having that help. And for some of you, I don't see this, maybe it's not a breakup, but it's a sense of just feeling like you have to carry more of a burden from someone either cutting out of your life or a partner losing employment. Could be just a temporary situation, because I'm also kind of getting that it could be just a temporary situation. But either way, you might feel more pressure. There's more pressure coming in with your career and your work, and a little bit more feeling of like a responsibility, and that you're doing it all on your own. But it does feel like you are secure enough to do it on your own, even if it's for like temporary or for just the time being. Okay. So I do feel like there's something coming your way financially that will help you, and it could be some for a completed project or for some previous work, or some money or investment coming back to you, especially for something you maybe was like a long-term investment. But overall, I just see it's a sense of security that you will have, regardless of your responsibilities. Okay, so we got the Lovers here, clarifying this. I feel like you'll be making the right choices. And for others of you, maybe you feel like you're alone, or you want to take responsibility, but you know, there could be some help if you ask for it, or there could be some divine help or assurance that you are not alone, even if you feel and think that you are. Some of you, this is maybe the end, coming to the end of a long divorce, and there's some type of alimony or child support that is coming through. Could be. Some of you, there is this indication here, now, because I'm going to look over it now, I'm kind of seeing a connection too with your love life. For those of you who have been taking responsibility on your own for some time, your burden might be lightened by a partner who is financially well off. So that could be. And for some of you, I feel that's a part of what this energy is. Like there could be someone that you love, you maybe been with for some time, But then there's something here where you're looking more logically about maybe a partner that can be more, who is more of a partner and on your level, maybe, you know, economically, financially, somewhere, or in career wise, that might lighten your burden a bit. So looking into your emotional life, we have this Ace of Diamonds, World energy with this Six of Hearts, Six of Cups, and Lover's energy is tied into this as well. So this is where I'm feeling like some of you, you know, your motivation for a partner, there's a possibility of a new partner and a new lover option showing up. And what I'm feeling like would be hard to, like, if you've been involved with someone else, and this does feel really specific, so not everyone's not going to resonate with this, but the energy I'm getting is like you really, really love this person, but there's things that you know, maybe this partner that you've been with and you love, maybe they're going through a down period, or they've lost motivation, and it breaks your heart to see them that way. But in their loss of motivation, you're taking on, or you've been taking on, more of the burden of the relationship on your own. And then what makes someone new showing up so tempting is that they're kind of in that ideal position of where you wish someone else was, like in a partnership, like you wish they were a bit more ambitious or had more, a bit financial security to help you in your load and lighten your load a bit. So that's what I'm getting, is kind of like this new introduction of a lover that gives you a choice. And so for some of you, you might just go for that. For others of you, you're not breaking up with your partner. This is just an energy maybe where you are getting, you know, completing a cycle in your relationship, and there's a lot of harmony and loving energy coming in. Like there's this new chapter that is starting in your love life with your partner. For some of you, you just may have this bond that feels unbreakable, and you know, you're just starting on something new together. You might go on a trip around this season, you might travel, and that might also bring you closer. I'm also getting, for some of you Sagittarius, is this partner is going to gift you with a trip, yeah, some of you, I'm seeing even bigger things here. I'm seeing possibly a new home, something you wanted to move away like maybe you wanted a new home, or you wanted to move away. That's what I'm seeing, kind of like some of you may be sprucing up your place, getting new furniture, buying new things, looking at new, like maybe you have a new space to decorate within and around your home. Some of you too might be moving at a distance from your job, or your job is maybe requiring you to travel, something like that's coming in. Okay, I feel like keep going back and forth between the different areas here, but they're all kind of tying together for me. For those of you completely single Sagittariuses, I do feel like this is, again, a healing season. Things that come up from the past that are meant for you to address and heal and move on from. I feel like there isn't a possible new connection ready to kind of show up. You might feel like you have a past life connection with this person. Strong Gemini energy is in this reading, but so is like Aries, Gemini, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, and the water signs. So is mainly what I'm seeing as far as possibilities with connections. Some of you are going to see someone from your past. You might rekindle. It could be a friendship or a relationship. Singles who are traveling, I do feel like you will make a love connection with someone that that you meet. That feels like a kindred spirit, feels like a soulmate. Yeah, so we have this Knight of Cups energy. So definitely there's someone coming into your life that, for those of you single, this is definitely something, especially for those of you who go on like a pleasure trip. You might be romanced, or your partner is romancing you, or again, your partner does something very romantic for you, for those of you who are coupled. And you may even be in this romantic energy of being very generous with your partner, doing something where it's just you two together to get closer or rekindle your relationship. So you'll be in a romantic energy again, but with the overall energy kind of wearing your heart on your sleeve. I feel like for many of you, you maybe, your past or whatever is coming back into to be dealt with. I feel like, you'll be able to move on, but again, some of your choices, again, you have choices here, options. Some of the decisions you make, it might hurt you to make them, but you are coming, and then the Three of Swords is your energy. So, you just might be a bit of a heartbreaker this season, even if you don't want to, you don't mean to. There's something about knowing and doing what's best for you, even if it hurts others. You're not here, you can't please everybody. That's that kind of energy I'm getting with you, Sagittarius. Like, you know that you can't please everybody, but the most important thing is like that you can live with yourself, and that you have no regrets. So I feel like a lot of your decisions is like, I don't want to regret not making this decision. I don't want to regret not taking this opportunity just because, or or letting being with someone where there's maybe history and a lot of love there, but there's other things that are missing that you're not happy with, and then you meet someone that comes along and they're like, or seeming to be the total package, or ready to fill the gaps on what you feel like you're missing. So some of you have some tough decisions to make in this season. That's mainly what I'm getting to from your overall energy. So let's get a wild offering card for Sagittarius. Tie these messages together. And just other things I'm picking up while I'm shuffling this card until it comes up. Some of you too, with there's just like this independent energy that you just may be insisting on, even if you have someone around you that wants to help you, wants to lighten your load. You just might feel like there is something that you need to do on your own, like you're taking it on your own, even if you have someone around that wants to help you. So so we got one as soon as it's relationship. I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. So I feel like this addresses a couple of things. Releasing control, and that may be something here where it's following your heart. Even though it might hurt others, you can't please everyone, but also too, with the Lover's energy here and here, I mean, you can see it very clearly in this picture how there is the divine entity between this couple. So releasing it, letting go of the need to control, and just putting this over any other new connection that comes into your life. Letting it unfold for the both of you. The six of hearts energy is that of mutual satisfaction and harmony and sharing and caring between the two of you, and your needs always being abundantly met in this union. So I think it's a good affirmation for those of you where it's a time for you where you do deal with your relationships, your interpersonal connections, and coming to grips with those that you need to let go of. And even if it hurts them, some of you might feel like you're in some type of connections with your interpersonal relationships, whether they're romantic or just friendship and otherwise. Maybe they've been draining you, maybe they've been taking you off your course, or maybe you're realizing you're outgrowing someone, and you're realizing you're not going down the same path. But I just see this is a season of Sagittarius of you doing what's best for you, and that's what's most important. So hopefully these messages helped you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.